The try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out of that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 12. They run the counter. Parker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Barrett, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Barrett. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down now, it's Barrett, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Play action. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery. The defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Nick Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
the play fake. Here's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. So this... Something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. Second and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Throwing, Mayfield. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night. And boy, on this drive, it looked like the offense was really moving the football. I mean, they have been moving the football, but now they're in a tough spot. Nice play defensively.
Certainly felt like the defense decided to answer what the offense was doing. Okay, you're doing pretty well there. Guess what? We're going to bring some pressure. See if you can handle that. And they got to him on 2nd down, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Advantage defense.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harper. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Jets, hot to begin the year, as they run their record now to 3-0. From there, let's head off and check out a second game and they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. The Lions pick up that first victory after losses in their first 2 ball games. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. The Broncos are able to avoid the 0-3 start as they pick up their first victory on the year. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, boys!
At their own 24-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Barrett. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Everybody's down in control. Let's just make plays, man.
So that one will be accepted.
You got him.
Still second
You
down.
got him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. Barrett. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah,
but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 63 yards on the ground for him so far.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barrett looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge. And getting him back on the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So following the failed try on fourth down, we'll change ends and change possession. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And some room to work. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barrett, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man Johnson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barrett. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get the timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On first down, Barrett. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And it gives him a nice pickup. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try the left side. It's Barrett, unable to corral him. He fights through, and he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 8, 1:44 to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Baker. Looking middle, and that's complete. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Now Mayfield. And this is caught by Parker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Boy, going for it at this stage in the second half, back in the shadow of your own goalpost. Explanation, please, Mr. Davis.
I'm not sure I'm going to give you a great one, but here's a thought that I had. I wonder if maybe instead of going for it with your offense and announcing your intentions, that maybe you run out your special teams and fake it. Because even though teams say, hey, we plan for the fake all the time, I know from experience, you look at the situation and say there's no way they're going to fake it here. And they probably had a better chance if they tried it that way.
Here's Wilson.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cowboys, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.